Do not attempt to adjust your screen. Forbes DVD Live is taking over.
We got the homie Hakim Green back in the building.
In effect.
We're doing a follow-up.
Forbes DVD.
Yeah, to our first interview that caused a lot of, good and bad out there. I say more good because it raised awareness.
I think so.
To you and what you're doing, your movement.
I appreciate that love. Too.
Yeah, and how you feel, but it also got backlash because people felt like you got up with Peter Rosenberg and you ain't smack him like you said you were supposed to go.
First of all, I never said I was going to smack Peter Rosenberg. What I said was, or what I was implying was, is that the ghetto mishap could come down and somebody that I don't know could, out of the emotion of the moment, smack Peter Rosenberg in his mouth. And if that happened, I understand. I understand. Certain things you keep to yourself because everybody's not as reserved and self-controlled as Hakim Green. I speak for Hakim Green. But
and I honestly said to you, I would fuck him up.
Yeah.
And when he was coming to your show, I said, I'm not going to come because I don't want to seem like you call him there to set him up for me to whip his ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a little bit more reserved and thought out about shit. I'm a fucking asshole. You diss Chuck D, you gotta get fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta get smacked.
So reason why I wanted you to come here to tell the people, stop blaming Hakim Green for something that he never said he was gonna do. Doggy Diamond said he would fuck him up. So if I see the nigga, I'll at least full Nelson him or something, or give him a wedgie. I promise y'all. You know what I'm saying? But he did apologize, right or wrong?
No, he did apologize. He apologized in his own way. You know what I mean? He said he was wrong for the statement, right? He said that he was trolling. When he said that, he was trolling. He was trying to say something to get a response, a reaction from Chuck D, which he got. And I think bigger than that, he got a reaction from the hip-hop community. So I applaud the streets, even the cats who came after me and criticized me and man, I'm so happy that y'all standing up for something other than, some old bullshit.
This nigga with the light eyes and
y'all stood up for something. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But the same way you telling me, now Hakim, you could have did, you should have did, nigga, you could have did it too, nigga. You know that nigga every day. He's at Hot 97. We all know that. So if you want that nigga to get seen, let's see him.
Yeah.
If you're not gonna see him,
ask him for a drop.
Don't encourage him. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. They're gonna run up on him, bitch up. Yo, so when's the next showcase, son? I got my demo.
And he gonna get demoed.
Yeah, he gonna get demoed. You know what I mean? So, hey man, it is what it is. We live in a social media world.
I'm talking
that Facebook, Twitter. Like, you just expect the ignorance to come back at you. But I ask you, man, I encourage you, I really encourage you to listen to the interview. We got a talk show called Legal Broadcasters, myself and Steele from Smith & Wesson. Brought Peter Rosenberg up on the show. It's a lengthy interview. Listen to the interview. We did a follow-up with the legendary Bob Law and Mr. Davey DMX.
That's what's up.
The name of that show is called The State of Black Radio, where we explain in detail what happened to black radio. Like, all the points that Chuck is making in 140 characters on Twitter, we went in with some knowledgeable experts on the matter. Experts on it. Davey D was one of the consultants when Hot 97 decided, or MS decided to get into the hip hop game back in the 90s. They went to KMEL, who was the blueprint for what would later be Hot 97. Davey D's one of those people who consulted
the Bay Area.
Bay Area. He's one of the folks up there who consulted MS in how they should format Hot 97. So he's aware of where they started to where they are now. A lot of the things that, the strategies they pull, like, they don't call it black music anymore. They went from black music to urban music to churban music. Now it's something else.
Churban? What the fuck is churban?
Churban is urban mixed with, I forget something. You gotta Google the term. CHURBAN. Churban.
Okay.
Churban music format. But it's like urban mixed with something else. So when black people come amongst themselves and create for themselves, right, we magnetize ourselves. We draw power and energy to ourselves. And everybody outside our circle wants to be a part of what we created, like hip hop. Then once they get into what we created, they infiltrate, they start changing terms and changing the face and becoming more comfortable within our culture, to the point it then becomes their culture, and then they exclude us from our original creation. So this is what we want people to see, not get emotionally charged and you want to do something that's gonna put your ass in jail.
Sorry, Rosenberg, I ain't gonna fuck you up.
I don't want to see my brothers going to jail over no stupid shit. I want to see my brothers and my sisters come together and build something that's going to create some longevity, something they can hand down to their children and their children's children, and we can create an own
inheritance.
Exactly, and we're not going to do that by running up on people and slapping them in their mouth, because ain't nobody built like that. I don't care who you are. If you was, you'd have been doing it, but you scared of the police.
Facts.
You scared of, other communities, the Italian mafia, the Jewish mafia, the Irish mafia,
Russian mafia.
The Russian mafia. Y'all really scared of these
Chinese
people.
mafia.
Y'all scared of these
Mafia?
So things that the things that we do in terms of educating people, waking people up, talking about collective economics, how to hold on to a dollar, how to reinvest your dollar in your community, that's gangster.
Facts.
That's when communities go, oh shit, you mean they serious? Well, we gotta do something. Malcolm X, when he was Malcolm X, El Hajj Malik, El Shabazz, wasn't hitting nobody. He wasn't swinging on nobody.
But he let it be known, run up on him.
Let it be known. You run up on it. You gonna get it.
Get dealt with.
You gonna get it. But what made Malcolm X dangerous wasn't that he was putting hands on people. What was making him dangerous that he was waking our community up to the power within themselves, so we would work together in
Right.
peace, love, unity. In the hip hop's case, safely having fun.
Let me ask you real quick, because you said a lot of good points. You hit so many good points. It's hard to grab one. In terms of building something, I thought that's what hip hop was in the beginning, because remember, our R&B had got hijacked in the 80s.
Yeah.
So when we try to take another industry, create another industry, because clearly hip hop has been hijacked. We create another industry. How do we keep that? Do we exclude other groups of people who history has shown us don't have our best interests? Or do we try to let them in again and pray or hope we can be more cautious?
Well, we never created another industry.
I mean,
When we talk about industry, in terms of being artistic in our culture, right? We created an environment where there was cultural unity amongst us.
right, amongst African American, Latino
African
people.
Americans, Latinos, and poor white people. Because it was poor white people.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, graffiti arts is an element to hip hop.
Definitely.
When you look at the early '70s, the majority of graffiti artists was white boys. That was into punk music. It wasn't.
Well, I ain't
listening
really know
to
none of them.
Hip hop. I mean, I didn't really know none of them either, but I wasn't from the South Bronx.
I didn't meet him until I went to art and design. That was like
I
in
think
the 80s.
I think the reason why we could create whatever we want,
Right,
but the minute corporate America sees that it can make money, they come to take it.
right. How do we safeguard?
I.e., battle rap.
Yeah.
What happens is we can't safeguard it because it goes back to what he said, the education.
That's what
that
I'm saying. He said
motherfuckers don't-
so much.
Yeah,
He
the
so many
education
points.
that dudes don't have, they're quick to sell out for a quick buck, and they don't understand long term. That's why I said, go ahead.
I got this line in my song, Say That. I say, why be mad at Rick Ross who been buck since Mace? Now, I've been mad at rap music since 97, 98 with Puffy and No Way Out, Mace, his whole movement. And not that I'm mad at Mace as an individual. I think Murder Mace is an ill MC, ill. I'm not trying to take it. But the packaging around that album was so right and exact. The rapping, the cover, don't judge a book by its cover. The rapping, and Mace had dumbed his style down to the point where it was easy to mimic it, right? So I understood that now that hip hop is to the point where anybody can get in and mimic the style, that's the bridge that's gonna allow outsiders who don't have the appreciation for our culture to come in and take it. Now, when you look at MC Search, who has appreciation for the culture, because he grew up in the culture, because he was close to the 5% nation, that's how he got his name, MC Search, because he'd always be searching for his origin. Right?
Wow, that's crazy. That's what's up.
Right. So, I don't look at MC Search like I look at Vanilla Ice, or like
Right.
I look at,
Definitely.
Riff Raff.
Riff Raff, or whoever. I don't, it's different. He was there from the beginning.
Right.
When I look at even a person like Rick Rubin, who, creatively is next level, but has had love within the community of hip hop. I don't look at
Right.
him like I look at Lior.
Right.
It's different.
Yeah.
Leor's trying to come in and exploit the culture. Rick Rubin, the person who signed Public Enemy to Def Jam, Russell Simmons didn't sign Public Enemy to Def Jam.
Right.
In fact, Russell Simmons fought against the signing of Public Enemy and Def Jam because, you know, Russell's a party dude. Russell's fucking bitches and getting coked out.
Yeah.
Russell was doing, you know, Russell
What's all this real reality rap shit?
Exactly.
Political
This
shit.
political shit. This ain't gonna sell no records like this.
Yeah, right.
So Rick Rubin, you know, a so-called Jew, who understood Public Enemy and the importance of that movement, fought to have them signed to Def Jam. So I can't look at Rick Rubin like I look at.
Right. Do you think he signed
Come
them?
back with another segment.
Yeah.
ForbesDVD.com.